Good morning and welcome to Leading Life Large. This is Robb Braun, and it is Monday, May 27th, and happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day is an opportunity for us in our country to really celebrate celebrate the freedoms that we've gotten. And obviously, men and women have given lives and sacrificed, and it's a day to be able to honor them. And I know for me, I think about this morning. I get to do whatever I feel like doing. I got to wake up when I wanted to wake up, and I got to start my day the way I wanted to, and I get to do whatever I want to do. And it's those freedoms that others have given so that we can be able to have that. So it's a good day. It's not a day of mourning; it's a day of celebration. So I'm glad you joined me. This is Leading Life Large. It is your weekly opportunity to take a look at what it is that you're doing that serves you to be able to help you get what you want, and what you're doing that works against that. We all deserve to be living a life that is full and complete. It's the one time we're going to be here, and it's important that we live our life so completely, not by anyone else's standards, but our own. And for you and I, we both know when we're not doing that. We know that when we're not living up to what we can do, we're not experiencing the kind of life that we deserve and want for ourselves and know we can. So my job every Monday morning is to help shine a light on some of those areas that you may be not doing well for yourself and you need to make a shift in there. So I'm glad you joined me. For those of you that are following me week after week, you honor me, and I'm glad that you're getting value out of it. I'm glad you keep coming back and listening in. And so keep doing that, and I'll continue to deliver. I'll continue to give what it is that I can for you to be able to help you to be able to live your life in a more grand way. And if there's something I'm not covering, something you're struggling with out there, let me know. Give me some feedback and let me know what it is that I can address that'll help you. Maybe you're stuck in a certain area, and maybe I can help unstick you there. All right. So we're going to talk this morning a little bit about, we won't spend a lot of time with it, but about overwhelm. Overwhelm is one of those things that, first of all, it's self-inflicted, okay? That I know for me that any time that I've gotten to a place like that, first of all, let me back up a bit, and that is that the people that are busy, that are doing things, that are making things happen out there, they tend to be the busiest people, and they tend to take on more things and invite more busyness in their lives. People that are not attracting that, people that are looking to play it small, stay low, really avoid life, I believe are probably not going to be in those positions where they are, feeling like there's a lot going on and maybe having a hard time managing it. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't some circumstances where life just brings a lot of stuff. I've certainly had those times in my life also where it seems more than I can handle. It seems that way anyway. So there are going to be times, if you're one of those people that is busy, that's running a business and supporting a family and involved in your community, and it's possible at times, and it's going to happen, that we're all going to get in places where we're feeling some overwhelm, where it feels like we've got more going on than we can handle. And I know what happens for me is that when I am doing a lot of different things and suddenly I've got deadlines and deadlines are creeping up, and I take a look at the amount of hours I have in my day, and I begin to, what happens when I get in that overwhelm, I stop thinking clearly, and it's almost like I'm in a place of constant urgency. And when that happens, I'm not thinking clearly, which means I'm not being logical, which means I'm probably not taking the best next steps or the best next action, because I'm reacting rather than simply responding to a plan. And it's important that we don't let ourselves stay in that state of overwhelm. It's important to recognize that it happens. It's going to happen, and we can feel it, and that's going to happen naturally. It's okay. The important thing is that we do catch ourselves, and then we're not staying in that place of reacting. We've got to be able to get a handle on it. We've got to be able to, take control again. The things that we have control over. We all know that most things in life we don't have control over, and the one thing we really have control over, if anything, over nothing else, is our attitude or our response to everything else going on around us. So it is important that we recognize it for what it is, and we take a step back. We catch our breath. We catch our breath to gain perspective. And I've shared many times, that's the time right there to, really take a step back from the work, the projects, everything going on, to gain some perspective. And the way to do that is to step all the way back, shift the behavior completely, do something different. That's the time to go for a walk. That's the time to not, and it's not about avoiding what's going on. It's about stepping back to gain perspective over what's going on. So go for a walk, get some exercises, talk to your go-to person. If you've got a coach or a counselor or a mentor, it's a grand time to sit down with them and go over things. You've got a partner in your life, a spouse, that you can really talk this kind of stuff over just to kind of air it out and get some perspective. And oftentimes it's not even, I know for me, it's not even advice that I'm really looking for. It's just some perspective, someone to be able to kind of bounce stuff off of. And it's important to be able to have that because sometimes, in fact, most times, in that overwhelm, which also means there's high emotion going on, we're not good problem solvers, and we're certainly not real discerning, and we're not going to make the best decisions. So we need to be able to have the time away to allow emotions to calm down, and be able to go somewhere and get some perspective. And having someone you can talk things over is a great. So maybe go for a walk with someone, right, that you can bounce stuff off of, or just time away. But the important thing is get away, get some perspective, so that you can see everything that's going on, so you can be able to go back into it having a better idea, one, of how to continue to work through it, how to solve it, how to eliminate it, how to, whatever it is you need to be able to do. So the important thing is that whole stepping back, that perspective allows you and I then to formulate a plan going back in. And that's a big piece right there. And the plan needs to involve a few things. What do I need to continue to work on that does have importance? And by the way, part of Stephen's Covey work, when he talked about keep the end in mind, he talked about always having a plan, no matter what it is. And the plan removes the urgency. It's urgent because we don't have any definitive next steps, and we're kind of reacting, and when we've got a plan, then we're responding to a step-by-step, here's what the next thing is. So by having a plan allows us to, one, identify what we want to continue to work on, identify what needs to be, what the importances are, and put those in areas of importance. And sometimes the importance is based on when the due dates are going to be coming. One may not be more important than the other, but a due date may be coming up sooner than the other. So being able to do that, it may also mean that there's things you need to eliminate. There may be some things on that, I got all this stuff going on, that maybe it's stuff I just need to get rid of. Maybe get rid of permanently, or hand off to someone else. Hand off to someone else on my team or someone else in my family, whatever that is. So it could be something as simple as you're running your business and you're running your family, and you've agreed to go ahead and pick your son or your daughter up from school on Thursday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever that is, and that day you've got a deadline, and to be able to stop and do that, that may be a great day to go to one of your family members or someone else in your circle and go, hey, can you pick up, right, my son or my daughter for me? And maybe it's that you need to go and do that, but maybe there's something else that you're working on that they can handle, someone else on your team that is a part of your team. And something I wrote in my blog, and that is, if you're the kind of person that is a count-on person, a go-to person, a gets things done person, and you've got some successes going on because you do make things happen. If you've got people in your life and on your team that recognize that in you, they are going to be glad to be able to get to be a part of what you're doing by you asking them to help you out. You may be one of those people that just sucks at asking for help. And now is the time to do that, because overwhelm does not serve you. It does not serve you. It does not serve your project. It doesn't serve the people that you're responsible to, that are depending on you. You need to be able to do for them by sometimes asking them to be able to do for you, so that you're not in that overwhelm. You're including others. You're getting things done. And now you're in a place of, now you're responding to your plan rather than reacting to all this stuff coming in on you. So your objective, your goal this week is, if you've got areas where you're feeling stressed out because you feel like you've got more than you can handle, that's a time to step back and gain some perspective. Talk it over with someone else. Get somewhere where you can think differently, more clearly, and problem solve, where you're not in it. Because when you're in it, we sometimes lose focus and we can't see what the hell we need to be able to see, because we're so tunnel vision, right? We got to get out of that so we can open up our perspective. So take a look at, first of all, get away, gain some perspective, talk with someone else, talk with yourself in a clear place, right? Get outside somewhere. And then identify a plan. And the plan's got to include what's important, identify what needs to be given priority, identify what maybe needs to be delegated off, and identify what may needs to simply be eliminated or postponed till another time because it's not important now, whatever that is. The important thing is for you to get out of overwhelm, right? Because you're not effective and you're not serving yourself or anybody. You're creating stress for yourself and you're actually taking a couple days off your life. And that's not good either, right? So get out of overwhelm, have a plan, be able to use that, get you and follow the plan, right? Get in there, follow the plan, take out what needs to get taken out, delegate what needs to get delegated, put time and energy into what has importance and needs to be able to get your attention right now, all right? And that's the way you're going to be able to relieve some stress, not feel overwhelmed, feel like you're back in power again, feel like you're excited about what you're doing again because you're doing what you're doing because you love what you're doing. But overwhelm does not help, and overwhelm takes the joy out of life. So get out of that. All right, so with that, if you're able to celebrate this day and be able to have that with friends or family, great. I know that today I'm going to go buy a new refrigerator, right? Ours is leaking and not working so well, so we're going to go do that. Whatever it is you need to be able to do today for yourself, I hope you're able to take some time off, gain some perspective on your life, and maybe it's just taking the whole day off, right? So you can go back in tomorrow being your new Monday and have a plan in place where you know how to be able to address whatever you got going on for yourself. So with that, have a fantastic day. Rejuvenate, relax, rest, recover, get back in there so you can go strong. This is Robb Braun, Leading Life Large. Remember, manage your overwhelm. Bye-bye now.